Sagittarius, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Remember, guys, there's always an extended reading, and I will attach the link in the description box below and the top of the comment section. So, the astrology this week is really straightforward, and I'll tell you, at the beginning of the week, it's going to be more difficult for you to be able to make decisions because Jupiter, which is your ruling dignitary, is in direct opposition to Mercury. Now, Mercury starts out in Virgo, but it quickly on Tuesday, so today, will move into Libra. And Mercury in Libra likes to deliberate. It also likes to find solutions to both sides. It likes to weigh the thoughts. So the conflict, weigh the facts before it makes a decision. So, what that means is that what might cause some conflict for you getting things done is that there is either too much information coming at you, it's too confused because there's so much information, and it's going to take more time for you to sift through it, to sift it out and to deliberate on it, or you're dealing with somebody who doesn't want to make a decision, who is is hemming and hawing, or they just need more information. So it will be challenging for you this week to slow yourself down enough to be able to make the correct decision. And maybe sometimes it's just the feeling of, I've got to make the perfect decision, right? I've got to do it right the first time, when in truth you don't. Sometimes it's a step-by-step process, and you're not going to know all the information up front. And so you make decisions based on what you know in the beginning, and then you move on to the next step. There could also be some sort of conversation or talk or with your partner, because Mercury is moving into partnership, that is going to be conflicting, like what your partner wants versus what you want, or what your obligations are versus what their obligations are. Some sort of dissonance or discourse there that comes out when you talk to each other, like what they think versus what you think, and having to find that happy medium between the two. Sing your own song. Be honest. Be sincere. And I think that that's something that you always will do. And so being honest and being sincere is the direct course of action to take, because any kind of intrigue or subterfuge is just going to draw out the bullshit, and it's just going to make things more difficult. So let people know exactly what it is that you want. There is also a liberation to this energy. So you are finally free to express or say what you've needed to say or what you were thinking. Let it out. Talk from your heart. But let's get deeper into this. Then we have overcome any obstacle. So this is Taurus energy. This is also financial difficulty. What this is saying is ask for what you need. Ask for what you need because you will receive it. Ask for what you need because there is help to be had. Overcome any obstacle by speaking truthfully and honestly from your heart. Finally being able to maybe be heard, right? This could be a breakthrough that comes where you're finally heard, or you finally get some good news, especially about a financial situation. Trust the great mystery is diving in deep and taking a leap of faith, essentially. Be willing to get in over your head, because you'll be able to handle it. You'll be able to know what to do with it. But this is about really just immersing yourself. Immersing yourself into a situation. So it could be that you're finally taking the plunge, if you will, and making the decision to invest in something, pay for something, or do something. Take action, do something. Has to do with, it could legitimately have to do with singing. So we'll get back to that. See the big picture. Realizing that and you always see the big picture. This is more Taurus energy, but you always see the big picture. It's like that zoom out mode of seeing the big picture. This is you, yourself, mental clarity somehow, by being yourself. I just heard this. This is like all coming back. Something that you had seen the big picture of in the past. It's all like, holy crap, I'm so glad I did that. Because you're going to experience this week that turns around to be the luckiest thing that you could have ever done. Leave the comments below, because I really want to know how you're experiencing that kind of full circle twist of fate. We have truth transcends illusion. And then be loyal to what you love. Oh, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy that you made the decision to, it's almost like you're going to be so happy that you made the decision to do something that you already did. But I also think that this is a sense of, you're finally going to get the support you need to be able to do something that you've been wanting to do for quite some time. Sing your own song. Overcome any obstacle. Trust the great mystery. See the big picture. Truth transcends illusion. Be loyal to what you love. Don't hold anything back. When you speak and when you say, like, don't be too small-minded or listen to small-minded people. Because you're already connected to the truth. And you don't need anybody's permission. You don't need clarity in any other way. You're already connected to it. Now, truth transcends illusion. See the big picture. See the big picture. Truth transcends illusion. Be loyal to what you love. Watch out for distractions. Especially with the astrology. Watch out for distractions and people talking a lot of this and that and a lot of smack. There could be a challenge in that word comes out or you hear something that would normally break your heart, but you decide to go on and love based on the connection to the truth that you have. Also, zoom out from this situation that you're in. Because looking at things too detailed and looking at things too closely, it's almost like that's the lie. The lie is that there's only one piece. There's only that this little piece, so this little tiny aspect of a person or a situation is all that they are. That's not true. It's a lot more complex. You know, it's like if you only listen to this one little thing, you could hate somebody. But if you zoom out and realize that that's only a part of a bigger collective of everything that was going on at the time, or everything that you were thinking, or everything that this person is, then ultimately you're going to not believe the lie that that's all there is. Don't let yourself get pigeonholed, and stay away from and avoid pigeonholing somebody else. I just heard this too. If you need to, get a second opinion. Don't let yourself be stuck into a box that is convenient for everybody else, even though you feel and you know that it is not right for you. Luck is on your side, which it always is. This is Sagittarius energy showing up in your own reading. But luck is on your side. It's like this is a new moon. If you take a shot in the dark, you will hit the target. Because the shot in the dark is directed by faith. And it's constantly like, I know we're just beginning the reading, but a huge message that's coming through is have faith, trust in your instincts. There's almost like misinformation, but the misinformation is coming in the detail as opposed to the entire story. It's like somebody saying things out of context. It's like, the thing, like, there's a new John Legend song that says, I don't love you like I used to. And if that's all you heard, you'd think that this was a message from one person to another saying, I don't love you anymore. But if you listen to the whole song, I don't love you like you used to. I don't love you like I used to. I love you so much more. It would be a lie to say that we haven't changed, but it's gotten deeper for me. But if you just took that one little line, it would be blown up into this big thing like it was just, I don't love you anymore. That is not what's happening. That is not what's happening. You got to zoom out. Be sure to read everything. Use that, what normally would feel like, because it's an opposition, Mercury's in opposition to Jupiter, right? It would feel, oh, I don't have time for this. Make the time to look at the whole picture, or everything, lay everything out in front of you and get more information. Because just looking at that little bit of information is going to give you the wrong story. And you'll know it because intuitively you will feel like, but I know that that's not correct. I know that's not correct. So zoom out and get the broader story. Expect powerful change. In what? Okay. In how much you care about somebody, in how you feel for somebody. This is upright, so this is still a good person. I feel like, once again, this is going to bring you closer to each other than bring you far apart. It's like you feel closer and more connected than you ever have. But this is definitely a love connection, a connection between you and somebody else. It could be a friendship, sure. But you're expecting powerful change in it. What's the change? What's the change? This could even be, the change is you're connecting with somebody. You're falling in love. You're able to fall in love. And if it happens to you immediately, because love is in the fucking air. And I'll tell you another aspect that I didn't go over in the astrology is Jupiter is also semi-square to Uranus. So there's some sort of uncomfortable change that's coming through too much information. And that'll dissipate really early on in the week. So don't let this one little thing that happens, or one little statement, or one little argument, or one little isolated event change your mind for everything, because it's bigger than that. And you gotta hold faith and hold true to what you know to be true, what you knew to be true, even before this information comes in. Yes. Sagittarius. Clarity. Ace of Swords. So the truth comes out. There is some fucking truth. But what is this truth? What is it? Ace of Swords. Yes. You win. You will know. You will understand. I also think I just see you seeing somebody. All of a sudden, something becomes very clear. Chiron. Why all the pain? Why all the suffering? This could also be injury. You're going to get some clarity on whatever kind of suffering that you're going through. You're also going to get approved or supported. Support will come in for whatever pain or suffering or whatever it has been happening. I don't know what that means, if it's financial, if it's just like moral support, whatever it is. It's especially coming through a connection, a close personal relationship, a close personal friendship, or a romantic relationship. Chiron is there in Aries too. We just had the full moon. But Chiron, hold on. I just feel like this injury or this pain that you went through is starting to make you realize just how connected or close you are to somebody else. Like how much they care about you. It's just making you realize that. It's also making it really clear maybe information on something that happened to somebody. I don't know what the past was, but whatever the impediment was, it's like there's clarity on a condition or a situation with somebody that you loved that's coming through. It's going to be like revealed or correctly diagnosed or yeah. With Chiron here, it is, there's a medicinal, but there's medicinal clarity about what happened. And I think that gives you peace. It actually helps. It's a progressive energy because there was a lot of confusion beforehand. Now this has to do with Jupiter and Neptune were in opposition to Mercury while it was in retrograde. The information was all over everywhere. It was all mismatched. There was no way you were going to be able to make a decision. This decision, the clarity, these aspects finally come out. It finally becomes clear. You can finally comprehend it. Yeah. Especially regarding a partnership, since Mercury is going into Libra, which is the house of partnership. So this could have to do with clarity regarding you and your spouse, clarity regarding something that happened to them. All of these things are for real or on the table. Sagittarius. Wheel of Fortune. It seemed like there was bad luck. Something recently happened. Seemed like bad luck. Felt like bad luck. Maybe a gloomy day, right? But something was growing and something was continuing. Something with broken bones or had to do with the chest. Something may have happened. There may have been an injury to the chest or an injury to the ribs or it could have something to do with ancestry and heritage, something that maybe not, like realizing what needs to be nurtured, clarity as to what needs to be nurtured, what needs to be cleansed, something needed to be cleansed out. But this rain seems to be like something sad happened. Something sad happened because it's been growing for a while. It's something to do with like the chest area, the bones. And like bad luck around all of these things. That's very specific. But what the reading is saying is clarity is coming through. Look at the big picture, zoom it out. Maybe look at heredity, or they were looking at something too specific. You've got to zoom it out. It's almost like that zoomed out perspective, looking at everything holistically, is really going to be what solves this issue. God, this is so specific. Where does Sagittarius go from here, though? How does this help? It helps you move forward. Something to do with a car, helps you drive again. Clarity. It's like the investments have come back in. It's almost like now you know what to do in the future. That's what it's saying. Now you know how to make the future work out, or what investment or what steps to take for making the future be bright. Your ships are coming in because now you or how to make your ships come in because now you know how to put everything together. Because you took time to do what felt right for you, and because you didn't settle for the option that was handed to you first. You definitely want to deliberate. Clarity is coming, like you'll be able to move forward, progress. It could have something to do with even a car. I think you're moving. You were looking to move or to move forward in this direction anyway. You had to pause to figure it out. And now you know exactly what to do to get you there. You don't want to not move. You want to move forward. Maybe something hindered that. You had to grow. You had to be ready. There's something, I got to say this, there's something deep in a core. It has to do with the bones. Look to the bones. Keeps what I'm saying. It's like there could be something to do with something like a brittle bone. I don't know. But this is cyclical. Something here is happening. Like I said, family tree, family circles. Wheel is in reverse, which is you couldn't prevent this. This was something that was going to happen to you. This was an inevitability anyway. That's the clarity. This finally everything comes out and you realize this was inevitable. This was going to happen anyway. This doesn't actually have something to do with a new injury. It has something to do with it was building up over time. But because this happened, you discovered it and you get the answers you need so that you can move forward. And from here, it's just making progress. Let's get into the details. I cannot wait. The extended links are down below in the description box, and I'll pin them to the top of the comment section. I love you guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. And let's go over to the extended. See you there.